And next thing, let me share with you is S&P 500 is currently extremely overbought. OK， 所以这个 S&P 500的话，就是说美国市场哦，我也是在98的 radio 那边强调哦，这个美国市场已经进入这个超买区哦，进入超买区，所以我们随时都会看到这个套利的状况随时都会发生啊，只是不知道几时罢了哦。所以我希望说，如果你们之前有买的话，你们要特别注意哦，要谨慎一点啦哦，因为你要了解说，股票当它上的时候，它是爬楼梯上哦，当它下的时候，它是滑电梯下哦，有可能你来不及出场，它就大跌，所以我是怕是这样的状况啊哦。所以它上的时候，你可以看哦，其实每一天上一点，上一点，上一点 ，right？ 所以如果它下的时候，我是怕你来不及出哦。So that's the reason I say you have to be careful, alright? Because when the US stock market, increase in terms of the value, they increase slowly, but when they are selling down, they are selling down very fast lah. So I afraid you may not have time to exit in the early phase. Okay, so you just need to be careful because stock market will go up and go down. All right, that is the fact. 所以我这样的就是说法，就是说你要了解说股票它不是一个直线一直上，虽然现在是牛市哦，我已经跟大家分享过，今年会是美国牛市哦，从去年讲到现在。但是我也是跟大家分享过，股票它不是一个直线上升哦，它是会回调的，或者是调整的。那为什么呢？为什么会这样发生呢？因为每个人的投资方案的目标都不一样哦。如果是每个人都是长期投资的话，意思是说，没有人会卖股票，OK？所以在这样的情况下，每个人都做法都不一样，全世界的人哦，每个人的想法都不一样，所以有些人只是哦，他要做短期，有些人只是哦，今天买今天卖，所以这样的状况都随时都会发生，所以要谨慎一点啊。So what I mean is that every one of us, right, our objective is different, okay? And then not everyone, okay, want to hold the stock. If let's say everyone 100% of the people who are invest in the US market 100% want to hold the stock, then nobody sell. Okay, nobody sell, everyone keep buying only. So that's why every one of us is different. Okay, why correction will happen is because of the profit taking. Okay, why stock price is selling down is because some of the people are fearful. Okay, so that's why they begin to sell. Right, so this is normal. Okay, this is normal. But as of now, based on the data, okay, the market is extremely overbought. Okay, but as of now, we haven't seen any what we call that big sell down yet. We haven't seen that. So if you still want to buy, you can, but buy with a small position with a short-term time frame. All right. 所以我的意思是说，虽然我们没有看到这个美国开始大跌，还没有看到美国开始大跌哦。如果你还是想要买的话，你就买少许咯 ，OK， 买少许，然后就不要持股太久哦。如果有 profit 的话，有盈利的话， then 你就要考虑出场了哦，不要 hold 太久了哦，可以吗 ？Alright, so if you manage to buy earlier, like for example, last year, October, when I share with every one of you when the US market supposed to be bottom near the October, if you managed to buy last year, then this year, congratulations, you make, almost double of your, what we call it, profit. But like what I mentioned, it's always good to take some profit, like you can sell 10% of your, holding, or maybe 15 or 20% of your holding. All right. So based on the historical data, okay, every month the performance is usually different, right? So in terms of the data, okay, basically June, okay, supposed to be a bit slower, okay, but it haven't happened yet, alright? So 如果我们是看数据的话，几乎每一年6月份它是会缓慢下来，尤其是 S&P 500啦，它是会缓慢下来。可是今年的6月份美国市场依然保持的强壮继续的上升。到目前为止来说，美国还没有看到这个回调的现象 ，alright， 所以是很不正常啦，今年是属于不正常 ，alright， 所以 that's why 要谨慎一点要谨慎一点 ，OK，and the rest of the month, okay, July, okay, July is supposed to be bullish, okay, July is supposed to be bullish, but again, this is historical data, okay， 并不代表说July 今年的 July 会是 bullish alright? So remember, this is a historical data. It doesn't mean that this year July will be bullish, right? You just still need to be careful, okay? Always follow your trade plan, all right? And followed by September. September will be the most bearish month, okay? September and October lah, okay? Will be the what we call that bearish month. October it will slow down, okay? And then September will be a bearish month, and then followed by October, November, and December. The bull supposed to be coming back. Okay, so this is the S&P 500 historical return in term of the month. 所以这样的数据的话，就是说，告诉我们的话，我们应该在什么时候减仓，在什么时候重仓，所以这个数据是非常重要了。所以 that's why 我每次跟大家分享说，每个星期你可以来这个线上研讨会的话，你可以学到很多东西不然的话，因为股票它的变化是非常快，每天都在变化。Okay, so stock market is dynamic. So that's why I encourage every one of you come back every week, all right, to get the latest update. Okay, so that you can make an informed decision. Okay, so next, 接下来的话，哪一个板块是最优秀的 ？So which sector is the most what we call that profitable? Obviously, is information technology sector, right? Followed by communication services, and thirdly is consumer discretionary. So these are the three sectors that are overbought. Okay, I think these two sectors are overbought. Okay, consumer discretionary, right, rank number 3. 所以你可以看到到目前为止year to date 了 ，alright. So IT 的板块上了差不多38%是非常就是说非常涨非常大的幅度了然后 followed by communication services 涨了35%，也是非常大的幅度 ，alright。所以哪一些板块还没有跑呢？哪一些板块 ，alright？ 哪一些板块？尤其是 financial 美国银行了 ，and then material 有包括这个钢啦、铁啦然后 industry 就是 heavy industry，OK，and healthcare is not performing yet, alright? 所以很多人 so what does that mean? So it means that when this sector is overbought, right? This sector is overbought, okay? Then the investor may look for other cheaper sector, like for example, industry, finance, and healthcare, right? So if you are the value investor, if you like cheaper price stock with fundamental good company, then you may have look at this sector healthcare, finance, material, and industry that is currently still very cheap, but then you have to understand when you buy, then you need to wait. Okay, you need to wait. So this is for people who like to buy near bottom and then willing to wait. All right. 所以我的分享是说，到目前为止来说哈，这个科技股哈是进入这个超买区了，进入这个超买区，如果你有套利一些18仙的股票，有赚一些钱的话，你可以就是说考虑一下，把这个18仙的盈利转去另外一个板块，尤其是这个医疗板块或者是银行板块，在这个美国了还有这个industry 或者是 material 可以吗？所以这个是我个人的建议个人的建议。All right. So next we look at the index performance. Okay, we look at the index performance. All right. So before I go 空手套白狼 ，OK， 谢谢 ，OK， 谢谢 ，All right. So before I go further, let me check. Is there any good any question? All right. Yeah, thank you everyone. Very good evening. Beng Kang, HC Lee. All right. Chris KDC. Later I will talk about individual stock. Will stock market moving up? Okay. Leon Lim, why didn't Japanese people buy directly from this stock to get the higher dividend? Very good question, Linear Lim. Because every one of us, okay, in Singapore, okay, because I am a reminder, I know every one of us, our objective is different. Okay, some people are very conservative, some people are very aggressive. Okay, some people half. All right. So why Japanese people buy Japanese bond from Warren Buffett, although the coupon is only 1.13%, is because these Japanese people are very conservative. Okay, so that means they are the person who like to save money. They don't want to risk their money. You get what I mean? So there are different type of the people in the world. Okay, so that's why the financial institution have to find the way to create different product to every one of us. So that's why they categorize the people in terms of aggressive, conservative, and then followed by intermediate, right? So that is how the product being created. Okay, so let me move on the individual stock, all right? Sorry, the index. Okay, let me move on to the index. 所以我们现在是看这个指数 ，OK， 指数也是非常重要，因为我们要知道目前各国家的这个股票的状况 ，right？ So why index is important because it will help us to what we call that to identify what is the trend of the individual stock market. Okay, so right now we are looking at the Straits Time Index. Okay, now if you look at Straits Time Index today, okay, today they are quite a bullish candlestick today, right? So that's why you can see some of the blue chips like Keppel Corp, SIA, and Sembcorp Industry are moving up quite a lot, okay, in terms of Singapore context, okay? So that means buyers are coming in, all right, to push up some of the blue chip stock, okay? So you can see that it has been moving sideways for at least 2 weeks, okay? So now there is a sign of buying interest to push up the price further. 所以到目前为止来说，这个海指其实它已经走横摆差不多2个星期 ，OK？ 所以今天你可以看到这个今天的蜡烛今天的蜡烛就是告诉我们，就是说有买家进场，所以你可以看到今天blue chip 尤其是 Keppel Corp、SIA 还有是 Sembcorp Industry 有比较就是说 有这个有人买进的状况哦，有人买进的状况了哦，所以导致这个孩子有上一点点哦，虽然不多，可是如果你跟之前相比的话，之前的蜡烛相比的话，今天哦证明说就是说有买家开始进场，有买家开始进场 ，right？ So as of now, right, STI index is still move in the moderate phase. Okay, if you still remember last year, I did mention, okay, STI index will move in a sideways. Okay, why is that so? This is because last year technology sector was so cheap. Okay, so that means the investor, okay, will liquidate their position. Okay, that they have made money, and then they will put their money into the tech stock, all right, which I mentioned last year. Okay, so that's why you can see that the tech stock was so cheap last year. So that's mean the investor keep buying, all right, and that is why this year the tech stock are moving up aggressively, and Singapore stock market become sideways, except certain stocks are still moving up, namely SIA, Sembcorp Industry, and Keppel Corp. Okay, these three stocks are still moving up. Okay, the rest, like for example, the bank stock also is having a correction. Okay, so it's always what we call that, diversify your portfolio. All right, so if you can, okay, you must have some knowledge in other country as well. 所以我个人认为的话，如果你就是说最少了哈，最少要 at least 哦，就是说有一些知识在美国股票，然后一些知识在新加坡股票 ，right？所以如果美国股票它的前景不是很好的话，那你可以关注这个新加坡股票了，或者是香港股也好哦，就是要有 at least 3个国家这个市场的就是说股票经验。So at least you must explore 3 market lah, namely Singapore, US, and Hong Kong. All right. So in case Singapore market is not doing well, you still have other market to invest in. All right. So Singapore market Straits Time Index look like buyer interests are coming in. Okay. Now it's very obvious this is the resistance. Right. 3220 is a resistance, but I think it looked like the price might be breakthrough based on today candlestick. Okay, so it is good sign for you to accumulate, like what I mentioned previously. Okay, if you have some money, you might want to accumulate some of the company in the Singapore market, right? And followed by S&P 500. Okay, S&P 500 这个是 S&P 500指数 OK, everyone know that S&P 500 is overbought, extremely overbought, right? But the stock price is keep moving up, okay, is because of the momentum. Okay, so the market is very hot right now. It's keep moving up, okay, because why? Because there is no bad news. Okay, there's no bad news. If you talk about the war, although the war is still ongoing, okay, but we have not heard any new anymore about the war between Ukraine and Russia. And then the US inflations has been coming down. Okay, yesterday data show that the inflations has been declined, okay, from 4.9 to 4.1, which is very what we call that, the number of decline is very significant. So that's why the stock investor are very optimistic. And then followed by the interest rate. Okay, the interest rate US especially, they have seen the interest rate reaching the peak. All right, so they may pause the increase of the interest rate. But having said that, US government they already announced, okay, they want their inflation to come down to 2%. Okay, they already announced that's their policy. So that means the interest rate, all right, might be, okay, increase in a slow phase. okay, might be increased in a slow phase, okay, maybe 25 point, all right, you know, to hit the target of the inflation to 2%.所以这个是美国的这个政策，所以他们是想把这个通胀拉到2%，所以到目前为止来说还是这个还是比较偏高的，所以估计这个利率这个利率的话，有可能他们会再调高一些，可是不会很猛这样有可能是25个基点了但是每个人都知道这个利率啦，这个通胀啊，每个人都知道，所以变成不是一个新的说法，所以导致没有对这个股市影响。So everyone already know, alright, about the inflation, about the interest rate. So that means all these bad news already factor in. Alright, so that's why the market don't care about this what we call that inflation interest rate. Alright, unless there is a new bad news. Okay, unless there is a new bad news, then it may give the reason for the US market to what we call that sell down or having a correction. So as of now, I don't see or we haven't seen any what we call that selling down signal. We don't see any sell down signal yet. The market is still pretty bullish, right? But like what I mentioned, has to be careful. Anything can happen. Why? Because everyone is talking about the US market, even though the mainstream news is talking about the US market. They just announced that the US market is entering a bull market. If you check the news, right, they did mention US is entering US market. Okay, you check US market is entering bull market. Okay, so the bull market is here. All right, so you can see the mainstream news. They just announced that the bull market is coming. Okay, so the bull market is here right now. So everyone is talking about it, and even though there are some of my clients who never trade the US stock for 2 years and then suddenly contact me that he want to be active in the US market. So based on my experience as a stockbroker, I know that it's a matter of time okay, for US market to have a correction. Okay, so just for your information, just be careful, all right? And then just that we do not know when are they going to happen. So just be prepared. 所以就是说好像之前他没有上的时候，我有跟大家你要 prepare 就是要买进的时候要 prepare 要买进的时候，当它上了很多的时候，进入这个超买区的时候，你也是要小心一点 alright okay， 因为它这个美国市场是太热了So next thing we look at the Nasdaq components, alright. Nasdaq component 是纳斯达克的这个纳斯达克的指数 So very obvious, Nasdaq is also overbought, alright. So if you look at the what we call that the RSI indicator, each time when the RSI across the 70%, the market pull back. Okay, the market pull back, alright. So same thing here. So here as well. So when the RSI reach 70%, reach 70%, reach 70%, reach 70%, and this time also reach 70%. Okay, so it's just a matter of time for the stock price to pull back or having a correction. Okay, so we do not know how big is the correction, or maybe it's just a small correction. Nobody know. Okay, nobody know. Right, so just be prepared. Okay, and don't be too greedy. Okay, don't be too greedy. 所以我的意思是说看数据的话，我再次强调美国市场已经进入这个 超买去这个套利的状况或者是调整的状况，不管它是多大的调整或者是多小的调整，也是要注意一下哦。问题是我们是不知道几时罢了就是要做准备一下。So next thing is a Hang Seng component, okay, Hang Seng index, all right. So Hang Seng index these few days are quite positive. Reason is because that the market Hang Seng market is very oversold, okay. So that's why recently there was a buyer interest to push up the price in the Hong Kong market. So that's why you can see this few days Hong Kong market are moving up, okay, are moving up. Maybe, okay, maybe Hong Kong market may be coming back, okay, because right now US and Hong Kong market, they are moving in the opposite direction. All right, so if the US market up, then Hong Kong may be down. If the US down, maybe Hong Kong up, right? So if you look at the previous, what we call that, previous rally, okay, previous rally in the, right? So if you look at previous rally, so Hang Seng was begin to run in November until February. All right. Since then, the price continued to go down. Right. So, like what I mentioned, stock price, okay, will not go up in a straight line. They will go up and come down, go up and come down. So maybe Hong Kong is coming back. So you might want to take a look. Okay, maybe you know, if you have some what we call that profit that you make, then you might want to take a look some of the Hong Kong company. All right, so that's my view. Okay, so again, what happened is that in terms of summary, STI index look like rebound. Okay, S&P 500 is super, I would say super overbought. Okay, and then followed by Nasdaq is also super overbought. Okay, and then Hong Kong look like rebound as well. 可以吗？所以这样的就是说这样的看法的话，有可能会帮助到你了哦。就是说，如果你要买的话，尤其是美国的话 ，then 你就不要买太多 ，OK， 然后要做比较短期的做法啦。如果是美国的话，如果你要，就是说如果你之前有买到比较低点的话，尤其是美国股 ，then 现在已经属于超买区，所以你可以套利一些18%或者是28%。then 接下来的话 ，OK， 孩子有刚刚就是说反弹 ，OK， 也是可以注意一下。然后接下来是香港股票也是开始反弹 ，OK，so the buyer interests are coming back from in Hong Kong market based on the chart that I show you, right? So these are the summary. So I hope that you can make your what we call that informed decision. Okay, what next? Okay, what action that you need to be taken? Okay, for this market, right? So next thing, before I go to the stock watch list, let me share with you the mastering price action course, right? So I just want to thank the student who give me a very what we call that a nice testimonial, right? Because they have learned okay the skill set so that they can apply in the stock market, and then price actions will help you to see the result almost immediately. All right, whether it is increase your profitable or minimize your losses, you will see your result almost immediately, because what you have learned is a skill set whereby you can apply on the stock market almost immediately, and what you learn is not a theory. Okay, So thank you, Siemens. Okay, thank you, Shenman. All right. Siemens has improved his win rate. Okay, more profitable in the trading, and then Shenman also increased his what we call that profit twofold, which is double. Okay, so he also recommend every one of you, all right, to attend this class so that you can learn the new skill set, right? So currently this what we call that workshop is still under subsidy up to 70%, okay, from the IMF. And if you have skill future, you can claim the remaining 30%, okay? So it is different from the class outside, because outside there you need to pay 4,000 to 5,000 cash to attend the similar class. But here up to 70% is still a subsidy. Remaining 30% you can claim using the skill future. So what they are teaching you are the same, because technical analysis, but I want to emphasize to every one of you that to make money from the stock market is not just drawing the trend line. It's not just, using the indicator. You must have some knowledge, which I'm going to share with you in the class, so that, it will improve your portfolio significantly. Next, okay. Singapore stock market watch list. All right. I think the best performing stock right now is SIA, Keppel Corp, and Sembcorp Industry. All right. Do you realize that Singapore market is pretty easy, okay, to invest in, because not many stock, okay. In fact, only a few stock. All right. So you can see that my watch list almost the same every week, okay, but this stock keep moving up. 所以如果你看新加坡股票的话，我的 watch list 来来去去都是差不多一样的股票，所以我个人认为个人认为以我的经验的话然后新加坡的股市是比较容易做为什么呢？因为股票不多，来来去去都是这些股票。OK， 而且我看这些股票，尤其是Sembcorp Industry、Keppel Corp、SIA 是上升趋势股票，是新加坡最强的股票，继续上涨。而且这个股票不是我今天才跟大家说 ，OK， 去年就开始说了 ，right？ So do you still remember I talked about this stock since last year? Okay, do you still remember that? If you still remember, you type yes in the chat room. All right. At least I know you are with me. Okay. So that is why to choose the right stock is very important, so that you can apply your stock. Okay. So that you can apply the stock using the price actions. Okay. 所以很多人他有自己的股票 own stock. Okay. So they have their own stock, like for example, Singpost, example, ComfortDelGro, all right? And then they try to apply their own stock into the price action. When they apply their own stock, which is downtrend, okay? Then obviously it will not work on price actions. But however, if you choose the right stock, like me, so this is the right stock that I choose, and then you apply price action, then it will work. You get what I mean? So at the end of the day, what I mean is that choosing the right stock is the most important thing to do, rather than technical analysis. Technical analysis is just a tool. Like for example, your house already built completely, all right? Then what are the tools that you need to use to beautify your house? If your house is a cement house, then you need to find a cement tools. If your house is a wooden house, then you need to find a wooden tools to beautify your house. You get what I mean? 所以我个人认为的话，就是说如果你自己的股票OK， 你要尝试去用这个price action 的策略的话，为什么很多人就是说失败在这边，就是说他自己的股票他不晓得说他自己的股票是不适合用在这个 price action 的策略，导致他亏钱或者是失败。但是你要明白说，选对股票才是重点。所以为什么我选的股票 ，OK，会比较好 ，OK。当我选出这个股票的话，是有我的秘诀啦，就是我会在这个课程教你选出这个股票，然后你选对的股票，才用这个 price action 的策略，这样才有效。You get what I mean, right? So let us take a look the what we call that the stock. Okay, we take a look the SIA first. So no doubt SIA is the most popular stock right now. Okay, and I mentioned this stock since last year because I did talk about China opening up. Okay, when China are opening up, when everyone can fly, everyone want to take flight. Okay, to travel around the world. 所以当初我有是跟大家分享过航空公司会是一个就是说看好的板块，从去年就开始讲了希望你们还记得，如果你记得的话，你可以 type yes 吗？在这个 chat room，然后给我看一下。Alright, so why SIA is performed so well? I think based on technical point of view and based on some basic what we call that financial market knowledge, right? And I know that SIA will recover, okay, after pandemic. So that's why SIA was always in my watch list lah, okay. But as of now, okay, SIA was overbought, okay. 所以你可以看到，如果是技术分析方面的话，它也是进入这个超买区 ，OK， 所以它的股价不停的上涨，而且它的量也是很大 ，OK， 它的量也是很大，所以它几时会回调呢？到目前为止来说它没有回调的现象了，它没有回调的现象 ，All right， 因为买家一直进场，尤其是散户为什么呢？我刚才有告诉大家，就是说2年前就是我的客户了，两年前到现在都没有买过股票，或者是停止买股票，但是最近突然间就是打电话给我说，诶，他要买股票他要买 SIA 他说要买来收。虽然是没有错啦，可是他买的时候，如果现在买的时候是在高的价位 ，right？ 所以当我听到这样的这个就是说这样的讯息的话，就告诉我们散户已经开始买入这些比较热门的股票。当散户一蜂窝买进同样的股票的话，那大户会怎么做呢？当然，大户不会是傻子啦，大户他们也是很聪明，他们也是要赚钱。当散户一蜂窝进场的时候那他们就会开始想方法就是去就是说套利就是一网打尽了一网打尽。虽然新航是一家很好优秀的公司，刚才有说过每个人的做法不一样有些是要持股有一些是要套利所以股票会起起落落 ，OK， 所以你看到如果是指数，很明显已经进入这个超买区的状况。所以我的意思是说，回调或者是套利的状况会随时发生了，所以是比较谨慎一点。当然，如果你是做短期的话，无所谓。短期的话，你今天买，明天卖，还是可以赚钱。All right, can. So although it's overbought, all right, there's no sign of correction. There's no sign of selling down. Okay, but anything can happen. Okay, because the stock price is overbought and profit taking may happen anytime. Okay, just be careful. All right. and then followed by Sembcorp Industry, SOMB, Sembcorp Industry. So Sembcorp Industry also mentioned many times since last year, okay? And you can see that Sembcorp Industry, all right? If I plug in the 200-day moving average, 1050-day, so the moving average move away the prices far away, all right? 所以你可以看到，如果把这个50天、100天或者是200天的平均线放进去的话，你可以看到它的这个指标跟这个价格距离的很远就是说告诉我们说这个花已经开了开了，到时候它是会结果啦结果的时候它就是会烂掉烂掉的意思是说有可能这个套利的状况也是会随时发生因为什么呢？它是属于超买区超买区。但是如果你看从去年到现在为止它是属于超买区的没有回调的现象没有回调的现象。可是这一次很不一样，因为它距离这个平均线是太远了太远了。All right. So the moving average is moved too far away from the prices. Okay, based on my experience, that usually when this kind of thing occur, okay, again, the profit taking may happen anytime. All right, just anytime. Okay, just be careful. Okay, just be careful. So if you manage to buy earlier at a cheaper price, like what I mentioned, you don't need to sell everything. Okay, you just need to sell 10% or 15%. Okay, just take some profit and then you can go for a holiday, you can go for a short trip. Okay, so just to reward yourself. Okay, all right. And what else? Followed by Keppel Corp. Okay, so Keppel Corp, after what we call that a small correction. Okay, so you can see that after a small correction, then the price begin to rebound. All right, so it's normal. So it's normal. So after corrections, okay, the price begin to rebound. All right, so currently they are in the new high. Okay, so most likely the price may continue as well. So Keppel Corp 的话，它休息了过后 ，OK， 上个星期它休息了过后，它又反弹回来。So 这个是一个比较健康的回调了就比较健康的回调，而且它的还是属于上升趋势的状况。OK， 所以这个3只股票 SIA、Sembcorp Industry 还有 Keppel Corp 是今年最强的股票。OK， 是今年最强的股票。就是说，如果它有回调的话你要买进其实是可以考虑的。OK， 其实是可以考虑的。All right， and followed by 扬子江 ，OK， 所以扬子江的话会比较慢一些 ，OK， 扬子江a bit slow，all right， a bit slow，OK， because why? Because they has been went up since last year, right? It has been went up since last year. So this year, although there is a correction, all right, but the price when they recover, they also recover slowly. But I still think there is still some potential, right? Because the price move above the trend line. Okay, when the price move above the trend line, it means what we call it, the buyer interests are still there. Okay, the buyer interests are still there, right? And what else? CapitaLandInves. OK， 所以这支的话，我最近有谈到 ，OK， 为什么呢？因为它跌很多 ，All right， 它跌很多 ，OK， 之前的高点是3.8块 ，OK， 所以过后它跌下来 ，OK，so when it drop，OK，so you can see that the price is currently oversold. So every time it oversold, it's an opportunity to buy lah. So every one of us know that CapitaLandInves is a good fundamental company, all right? So that's why you need to have some technical analysis knowledge to identify the best entry point. So that's why you need to learn price action. You get what I mean? 所以每个人都知道这个 CapitaLandInves 都是非常优秀的公司，尤其是基本面了但是除了基本面，你也是要有这个技术分析的方面的技能或者是技巧，来找出最适合买入的价位 ，right？不然的话，如果你只知道这个是很好的公司，可是你不会找出最适合买入的价格的话，有可能你会买在高点。Okay, so that's not what we want, right? But if you look at today price, okay, today price is look like the buyer interest is coming back, okay, and look like the price has been stabilized. 所以如果你看到目前为止到目前为止从上个星期到现在它的价格是属于比较稳定性它没有继续的下跌尤其是你可以看到有人开始买入这个股票，所以如果你喜欢这个公司的话 CapitaLandInves 你喜欢这个公司的话，其实你可以开始买进了你可以开始买进，然后3块8毛的话是一个套利的价钱了3块8 Alright, so $3.80 is a profit taking target. So if you buy now, I think is quite a reasonable price. You get what I mean? 可以吗 Alright, and then followed by SATS. So SATS also pull back and having a correction. Alright. So right now, okay, the price begin to recover. Okay. And then the RSI indicator also show that the buyer are coming in after they have oversold for the past week. All right, buyer begin to coming in. Okay, 所以如果你要买进的话，还是可以。All right, so 它已经跌蛮多。All right, 它已经跌蛮多，所以这几天有涨一些了。OK，but 还是可以买进。OK，还是可以买进。All right. So these are the few. So that's why we know that these are the good fundamental company lah. So that's why you need to combine with the technical analysis to find out the best entry price or best entry point. You get what I mean, right? And what else? Delfi, Top Glove. Delfi. Let us take a look Delfi. All right, so Delfi has been up for many months, okay? And recently, what happened? Recently, okay, the price touches the 50-day moving average. So there is a setup for this stock. All right, so RSI indicator also show that the price is oversold. All right, so it may be an opportunity for you to enter with a proper plan. Okay, you need to set a stop loss okay, if you enter. All right, because why? Nothing is 100%. 可以吗 ？Right， 所以如果是看 Delfi 的话，这个是Delfi 是新加坡股 ，OK， 新加坡股 ，All right。所以如果是以技术分析，如果看图表的话，它是有回调的现状，然后最近或者是这2天是有买家进场所以你可以看到这个 RSI 它是进入这个之前是进入这个超卖区了所以这2天的话很显然就是说有看到这个蜡烛就是有人开始买入开始有人买入，当然不是100%啦如果你是要跟住买入的话，记得你要规划好来，就是说你要有一个止损的价位了因为买股票每个人都知道它有风险，买股票的人都知道说不是100%只是概率如果它的概率比较高的话，你可以考虑了当然如果它有什么问题的话，如果它有开始跌的话 then 你就是要止损可以吗 Alright, so there are quite a number of opportunity, okay, in Singapore market because the price drop, okay, now these 2 days begin to recover, Top Glove. Okay, Top Glove recently a bit slowed down, right? Let us take a look. Top Glove, all right. So based on the price, the support level is 31 cent, okay, 31 cent, and then the price is actually hovering near the resistance of the 50-day moving average, right? And the RSI indicator also begin to, you know, what we call that, rebound a little bit, all right, rebound a little bit, okay. So if the price can break through 50-day moving average, I believe there are more people are coming in, okay. So you can put this stock into your watch list, right? And followed by bank stock, okay, OCBC for example. So bank stock in Singapore, so far the OCBC bank is still the stable one, okay, because you can see that the price didn't really drop much as compared to DBS and OCBC. OCBC dropped the less, okay, drop the less. So if you like bank stock, you can accumulate, all right, because I think the price has been stabilized recently for the bank stock, okay. So you might want to consider to accumulate if you like the bank stock. Followed by UOB, okay. So UOB 的话，虽然它是属于这个比较有点稍微下降趋势的状况，可是它的价格没有继续的下跌 ，right？ 所以是比较一个很好的现状。So if you look at UOB, right, the price has been stabilized as well. Okay, so that means it has been supported near somewhere around $28. So like what I mentioned, bank stock was having a correction. Okay, it's normal. Okay, correction is healthy because why? The stock price has been went up a lot. Okay, went up a lot. So if you like bank stock, okay, you might want to accumulate. Okay, you might want to accumulate in the stages. Okay, because we do not know how low they can go, but it's just tell us that the price is, stabilized somewhere around $28. So DBS 的状况会是怎样呢？ DBS 的状况 ，So DBS 的状况也是在调整当中 ，OK， 所以调整当中，而且如果你看它的价格的话，差不多是，平均是差不多是在31块或者是30块左右 ，OK，31块或者是30块左右 ，All right，So，当然，如果你看图表的话，DBS 的价格并不是很美了，因为它的价格是在这个指标的下面哦，50天的下面，100天还有200天的下面哦。如果是看指标的话，并不是很美。但是如果你是以基本面OK， 基本面来考量的话，当然如果你要买进，30块4毛是比较漂亮的价位了哦。当然，我们也不知道它会继续跌。然后个人认为的话，如果你要买进30块4毛，你可以慢慢买哦，就是说，buy in stages 啦 ，OK， so don't buy everything at one go, alright? So this is the bank stock. So what about your stocks? Okay, can let me know your stock. So 你们的股票呢？你们的股票，你们是看哪一些股票 ，right? Is there any hope for Manulife? Okay. Right, I never see this stock. I never watch this stock. Manulife currently is super downtrend. Okay, a super downtrend. All right. So it's very painful. I can understand because the price keep going down lower and lower lah. So that's why you can see, Okay, so you can see that previously, all right. So this is a very good example. Previously, all right, the price was going up smoothly, okay. This is because the fundamental of the company was so good during that time 5 years ago, 2017年, okay, fundamentally is very good, all right. So everyone buying because of the dividend, I believe, all right, because it's part of the REITs, okay. So that's why everyone is buying, all right. 所以我个人认为的话，如果你只是看单方面基本面哦，你没有看技术分析的话哦，也是会有问题。为什么呢？因为如果你是看单方面，就是说基本面很好的话，你的脑子里你的想法就是说，诶，你就是要买这个股票，然后持股 ，OK， 但是你没有想过你要明白说5年期并不代表说接下来会是一个很好的股票所以如果今天你看的话，它不是一个很好的股票，不是很好的股票，所以公司这些方面都是会变的公司的数据啦、盈利啦都是会变的，所以你要还是啦，那句话还是要看图表还是要看图表，就是说你要有两方面的知识啦，基本面跟技术分析。So what I mean is that you need to have at least two knowledge lah, okay? Fundamental analysis and technical analysis, right? You get what I mean? So that it will help you to avoid, big losses if you have the technical analysis knowledge, all right? And if you have fundamental knowledge is good as well. It will help you to buy the good company, okay? So I can't answer you right now because the price is too low. If I ask you to sell, then it rebound, then how? So I can't comment right now for this stock. Okay, nanofilm 接下来是 nanofilm. So nanofilm 最近怎么办？最近是怎么状况？ So nanofilm, what happened right now? So I did talk about this stock previously, but just that it's too volatile. Okay, too volatile. So that's why I skip this stock temporarily until there is a very smooth trend. Okay, right now the trend is still very volatile, although the price is moving up slowly. Okay, 所以如果你可以看到的话，其实它的股票其实有涨一点点 ，right？ 涨一点点，所以我是希望说它是可以突破这个200天的平均线的。Right? Then so if they can break through the 200-day moving average, then obviously there may be more opportunity. So right now they are still below 200-day moving average. Okay, so that's why you can see that the momentum are not there. Okay, the momentum are not there. Okay, but anyway, you might want to monitor if the price can break through the 200-day moving average. Maybe the momentum will be coming back. Can ComfortDelGro, I talked about ComfortDelGro previously, all right? Because why? ComfortDelGro is a very what we call it, disappointing stock, right? Because most of the stock already went up, but this stock is still downtrend. Okay, but recently they went up, but I think this is a short-term rebound. Okay, so when they touches the resistance, they may pull back again because of it overall is still downtrend, right? 所以这个是一个非常好的例子因为 ComfortDelGro 是一个基本面非常好的公司，可是并不代表说它的股票会上，你可以看到它的股票是继续下跌向下趋势的股票。所以如果你跟这个 SIA 啦、Sembcorp Industry 啦、Keppel Corp 相比的话，那你就会问自己，诶，为什么你会买这个 ComfortDelGro 的股票？首先，你要了解说现在的市场是跑哪一个板块 现在最热门的板块还是航空公司 ，OK，因为很多人要出国，很多人疫情过后出国，所以他们是搭飞机出国 ，OK，搭飞机出国，而且搭飞机出国的话，他并不一定说来新加坡就搭这个 ConvertYago 的 taxi，有可能大多数的人他会搭 Grab，OK，所以现在这样的状况的话，所以 ConvertYago 会比较就是说比较没有这么 popular，alright？ So when you buy stock, you have to look at the overall what we call that uh, factor, okay? You have to look at the fact like sector, you have to look at the teams, okay? And then you have to choose the right company 啦 ，OK？ 所以整体来说，我是想告诉大家，就是说，如果你选股票或者是选一些公司要投资的话，你要看其他方面的就是说数据来考量是否说你要买进这个股票。所以到目前为止来说 ，ComfortDelGro 它的生意其实不是很这么说德士，如果你看德士的话，很多人如果是来新加坡，有可能他是大多数都是搭 Grab，OK，而不是 ComfortDelGro，alright， 所以So we see how, okay, because this few days they are rebound, all right, but just very disappointing with this stock, yeah, okay, all right, and then followed by what stock? Meta and Tesla, yeah, Meta is a tech stock, okay, tech stock is one of the, Meta is a tech stock and is one of the strong sector. So the price is still strong, okay, and it's considered smooth uptrend. 所以如果你可以看这个Meta 就是 Facebook So if you look at Facebook, right, it always consider overbought, right? Why is that so? Because the stock price is always uptrend, okay, always uptrend, and there is no sign of correction. Okay, there's no sign of correction. Reason is because that people keep buying, all right? People are keep buying, okay? They buy slowly, okay? They buy slowly, and they didn't push up the price aggressively, all right? So it's different from SIA. SIA 如果你看 SIA 的话 ，SIA 是突然间给人家推上去，所以 SIA 的状况的话，突然间给人家推上去的话，有可能它这个回调就是会发生了但是如果你看这个 Meta Platform 的话，它没有，就是说这个买家它没有突然间推上去，它是慢慢的买，慢慢的买，所以我个人认为的话，这个股票还有机会上升，所以如果它有回调一点点其实你可以开始买入 ，right？ 因为他们还没有真正的炒起来 ，OK， 还没有真正的炒起来，但是他们只是在慢慢的买进 ，alright？ So overall, if you look at tech stock, alright, tech stock, the sector is still the strongest sector So you must buy the right stock Then when you buy the right stock, everything will be taken care of. Okay. Then the other one is Tesla, TSLA. So Tesla is one of the popular stock as well. Right. So recently the price is spiked up. So when the stock price spiked up, okay, chances are profit taking may happen anytime. All right. So why? Okay, if you look at the previous spike up, okay, RSI overbought, then the stock price having a correction. So same thing here. When the price spiked up, RSI overbought, okay, chances are they may having some correction. Okay, so this is the characteristic of the stock. All right, so you have to understand the characteristic of the stock and then to identify when is the buy time and when is the sell time so that it will help you, okay, to maximize your profit and minimize your losses. 可以吗？ Alright. The Hourglass and Best World. The Hourglass and Best World. Let me take a look. All right, the Hourglass I did mention previously, David. All right, you have to understand is that the Hourglass, right? They already went up previously. So previously, a lot of people making money from the stock, but since then, when the price break below the 200-day moving average, I already call for exit. Okay, I already call for exit for this stock. All right, why? Because the sell down during that time was aggressive, and the candlestick, can you see the candlestick was super bearish during that time? It means that the big investor are selling or were selling. The big investor were selling. Right. So since then, I don't look at this stock anymore. I look for other stock. You have to remember, David. All right. In stock market, right, there are plenty of opportunity. Please don't fall in love with the stock. Okay. If you see some sign of selling, okay, then you might want to take action to liquidate your position. So don't fall in love with your stock. Okay, you have to understand every one of us have limited money. 所以我们的钱是有限的哦，所以你不要爱上你的股票，因为如果你看图表的话，有大户在出的话 ，then 你要跟着出了哦。then 不然的话，你被套牢哈 ，then 你的钱又有限，然后你又看到这个其他股一直上的话 ，OK， 你会很伤心，你知道吗？所以我们不要做这样的事情 ，OK， 所以就是说我们学这个 price action， 就是说我们不要把我们的钱套在这个股票没有走的股票了 ，can 可以吗？ So I hope I answer your question, and then followed by Best World. Best World is a speculative stock. Okay, very speculative. Okay. So recently, okay, the price has been pulled back aggressively. Okay, and today the price, the buyer are coming in. So today the price are coming in with the volume, right? So what does that mean? That means the buyer interests are coming back. Okay, the buyer interests are coming back. So if the price can continue to break through the 200-day moving average, I think got chance for the price to go up. So you need to set a stop loss as well, or you have to come out with a trade plan. 所以如果是看图表的话，今天如果你看它的蜡烛的话，其实有买家在进场 ，OK， 而且这个量是有的，买入的量是有的哦。但是如果你要买进的话，好像我刚才说过的，就是说不是100%，就是说它会继续的上哦。Then 意思就是说你还是要设这个止损啊，你明白吗？哦，所以就是要保持这个比较谨慎的状态哦，可以吗？因为Best World 是属于一个比较 speculative 的股票哦。It's a speculative stock, so that means you have to be careful lah if you buy this stock, right? But when you are right, you will make a good money, okay? Because the fact already told us previously, all right, people are making money lah previously. And so now maybe there's an opportunity. Yeah, you may want to put this stock into your watch list and make sure you follow your trade plan. 可以吗？ Right. Okay. So yeah, before that, right, I also want to apologize to everyone if I cannot cover your stock. There are too many stock. Okay. So maybe we can take a look. Okay, AI is one of the popular stock right now. Okay, everyone know about AI. So obviously AI again was overbought. Okay, overbought, right? Even though when the price pulled back, okay, so probably that was an entry point during that time. Another one was here, right? So right now, US stock, I think everyone know every US stock is expensive and overbought. Okay, so that's why you can see the stock price went up, okay, and then pull back, went up, pull back, went up, pull back, went up, pull back. All right, so why not you wait wait for the price to pull back. Okay, will they pull back? Maybe. Okay, because stock price usually will not go up a straight line. They may pull back, so just wait. 对吗？但是很多人他等的时候等它跌的时候，他又怕有它跌的时候，跌下来的时候，很多人怕，他就不敢去买。Alright, a lot of people is like that especially the retail. When the stock price drop, right? Like you see previously when the stock price drop, I think a lot of people don't dare to buy. Okay, but that is when the opportunity to buy But when the price went up, a lot of people went in to buy. So that's normal. Okay, that's normal. So that's why professional traders they make money from the normal people is because they know the strategy, they know what the retail investor are thinking lah. Genting, we take a look. Genting Singapore. So Genting Singapore, all right. So price pullback touches, okay, look like there is a setup also. Touches the 200-day moving average, right? So there's a setup for Genting, okay, but nothing is 100%. If you buy, make sure you set stop loss as well. 所以 Genting 的话跌多少%？跌了差不多20%。Alright， 所以现在28%这个状况的话，如果你敢买的话，其实是可以的，因为如果你是照住你的 plan 来做的话，它是有 set up 了。set up 的话，意思是说它的价格已经推下来差不多 ，OK， 如果它是继续在这个价格范围 ，OK， 其实是一个好事 ，right？ 所以 nothing is 100%， always set stop loss although there's a setup， right？ So thank you for sharing with us, right? Baba, okay? Hong Kong stock Baba. So what happened to Baba? So how do you think about Baba? All right. Now, first of all, if you look at Hang Seng Index, is this Hang Seng? This is not Hang Seng. Okay. So if you look at Hang Seng Index begin to rebound a little bit, right? So this means that the buyer are coming in, the buyer interests are coming in, all right? So when the buyer are coming in, okay, if you look at the individual stock, 所以如果你是看恒生指数的话，如果有买家进场的话，那如果你看个股会是怎样的状况呢？个股的话，其实它的 support level 是差不多是在这边 ，right？ 差不多是在80块。So the support level is somewhere around $80.50. Okay, so each time when it touch $80.50, the price begin to rebound. Okay, and then what happened? If you do some what we call that drawing, all right, it looked like the price begin to break above the trend line. So it actually shows us the positive sign for Hong Kong market and for Hong Kong stock. Okay, so that's why you can begin to take a look the Hong Kong market begin. all right, but don't buy too much because Hong Kong market are very volatile, okay, may not be suitable for everyone. If you are confident, if you think that you are confident or very professional, yeah, then you can buy the Hong Kong market, right? So look positive, okay. Then what else? Citrium. So 很多人在看 Citrium 啊。Actually, Citrium is not bad. Okay, so if you look at the chart, right, the price is actually supported, okay, somewhere around 124. 而且今天也是有稍微一点点的涨幅 ，OK， 所以整体来说其实是不错 ，OK， 其实是不错。And 如果你看这边的话 ，right， 所以如果是看图表的话，其实是有买家开始进场 ，OK， 开始买入 ，right， 所以如果它继续涨的话，当然是有潜能了哦，因为毕竟之前也是有回调一些，所以过后它就开始回来，然后休息一下，所以今天又在开始采油啊，虽然它的今天采油不是很多啦，哦，所以我们明天才再看 ，OK。So this is because you can see most of the Singapore stock are moving up, and very obvious is the STI index. All right. Can you see the bullish candlestick today? Okay, this means that there are people buying in for Singapore stock. All right. So probably it's because they think that the Singapore market is a little bit cheap. Okay, so that's why the buyer are coming in to buy the Singapore stock, right? CIDC UMS. So UMS 是因为这个美国科技股的影响，所以导致他们反弹了 ，right? So the UMS stock rebound is because of the US technology stock rebound, all right? And you may notice that the rebound is not aggressive, okay? But the price is still below the 200-day moving average. So what does that mean? It means that it has been running for a while, but just that you know, the price may not be aggressive as compared to AEM OK， 所以 UMS 的话，最好是每一次它回调的时候你买进哦，最好了。如果现在你买的话有点高哦，现在的话应该是套利哦，套利而不是买进，套利哦，而不是买进 ，right？ 所以每次它回调的话，其实你可以考虑买入哦。每次它回调，它就反弹，回调就反弹。所以这个股票它的性格就是当它大跌的时候，你去买它。哦，当它大起的时候你就卖它，当它大跌的时候你买它，当它大起的时候你就卖它 ，OK， 所以它的性格就是这样 ，All right，and OK，maybe last stock 呢，iFast， how is it iFast 有希望吗？ So how do you think about iFast? Look like iFast also pretty bullish, right? This 2 day, and okay, let me see. 所以还有一点空间 ，iFast 还有一点空间，有可能它的主力是差不多在这边了。All right, so this 2 day, iFast went up, strongly with these two bullish candlestick, all right, with some volume. Okay, so probably it's because of the US technology stock influence the IFAS stock, because IFAS in Singapore categorized as a tech stock. Okay, so and there is a sign of what we call that, W pattern. Okay, can you see that? So look like W pattern. Okay, so it break through. Okay, so it's actually technically quite positive lah, in terms of technical. OK， 所以如果是以技术分析来看的话，其实它是有这个技术分析方面的优势。OK， 但是它的阻力是差不多是在7块7毛6。OK， 7块7毛6，差不多是在7块7毛6，所以有可能还是有这个差不多38%呐，然后38%会到这个阻力，所以如果38%到这个阻力的话，and 它没有回调，或者是它走横摆的话，有机会突破了，所以我们还是要看明天的状况。So we'll see tomorrow how it perform, right? So same thing, okay? When the price pull back, okay, breakthrough, okay, so it break through the 50-day moving average is actually quite positive sign. But resistance is very near, okay, $4.76. So just be careful about it. Okay, ma? All right. So again, like what I mentioned, thank you for your stock. If I cannot cover your stock, please apologize, okay, to me, apologize to you, okay. So these are the some of the US stock, no change so far, okay. Nvidia still very strong, okay. AMD, so Apple's, Microsoft, Google's, these are very strong, okay. And then AI, okay, still very strong, popular. So you can see that US market is strong and overbought, okay. So just be careful, all right. And Hong Kong market, like what I mentioned, Trip.com 9961, Ping An 2318. Okay, so these are the two stocks that you can take a look. I think Trip.com already went up. Okay, before I share to you, the price is still near the support level. Okay， 平安也是那时候跟大家分享这个平安的时候，平安还是在这个支持线的它的价格。When I share with you, yeah, the price was here. If you still remember, the price was here. All right. So it touches the support level, okay, and then they went up. All right, so now they are hitting the resistance. So maybe the price may pull back a little bit before they rebound again. All right, 可以吗？ So 这个是香港，香港可以开始看一些了，香港。So next is 2023 suggestions. Okay, ignore the news. Okay, focus on the chart and then look at the price actions. Okay, because the price action will tell us when to buy. Okay, when to buy and when to sell. Okay, when to buy near the bottom and when to sell. So like what I shared with you, if you know the company well, okay, you must combine with the technical analysis called price action strategy, so that it will help you to identify the best entry point and exit point. So again, the problem that the retail investor have is always read the news. 所以很多这个散户的问题就是他看太多的 news 了哦，一直听朋友说 ，OK，then 一直看很多 news，OK，还有就是说去读那些 不应该读的 news 啊，导致自己害怕，然后错过机会买入一些股票。Alright, so that's why my suggestion, OK, 我的建议的话，我每次跟大家建议的话，这个问题的存在，你要有一个 solution 啊，这个 solution 就是 price action。所以所谓 price action 就是看图表，然后用这个策略叫 price action 或者是 PA， 几时买进 ，OK， 几时可以买进，几时可以买进，几时可以买进，然后几时可以卖出，这个是非常关键的，因为很多人他不会卖他只会买，很多人是会买，但是不会卖。所以如果你不会卖的话，起初是赚钱，最后变成亏钱，所以这个是我们不想要的结果啦。So a lot of people know how to buy, but they do not know how to sell. So initially you are profitable, but subsequently become a losing trade, then it will affect our confidence. So we don't want that to happen to us. So that's why we find out the solutions called price action to solve the problem by identifying when is the best time to sell and then when is the best time to buy. Okay, so again, why we use price action? Because price action will help us to spot the pattern, right? So the pattern will help us to identify what is the strategy to use, whether to go for a long position or short position, buy or sell is very important. Because why? Because the chart will show us the real data. 所以为什么我们看图表呢？刚才有解释过，就是图表告诉我们，就是说给我们真正的数据。所以如果真正的数据你不去看的话，你去看 news 那个 news 通常是人家请来写这个 news 来恐吓你啦，不敢买进啦 ，OK。但是如果你看 data 的话 ，OK， 如果你有一点点的经验，你就会找出它的 pattern。所以当你可以找出它的 pattern 的话，你就可以看得出应该买进或者是卖出 ，alright。所以如果我们人类的话也是有 pattern 啊，如果我们是不开心的话，我们的脸就会显示不开心。所以当我们的脸显示不开心的话 ，then 我们就不要去做事情了 ，OK， 你明白吗？所以同样的，如果你 pattern 你看到不好的话，你就不要去买它了 ，OK。如果那个价格或者是那个图表的 pattern 是好的话，你才去买它 ，alright， 就是这样简单。So what is price action again? Price action, okay? If you combine with the uptrend stock support level, they will show you a buy signal. So it will increase your probability lah, okay, for you, okay, to make money in the stock market. 所以如果你有采用这个 price actions，然后你会懂得划线，找出对的股票，那这个盈利的概率会比较高了。OK， 所以如果你没有这个策略的话，当然如果你是听取朋友啦，或者是另外一个老师讲的话，有可能他们采取的策略跟你的不一样，所以最好是要靠自己了。靠自己的话，就是你要自己学习咯。然后 price actions，OK， 它也是会告诉我们是几时卖出，几时卖出是非常重要，因为你股票，在这个股票户口里面有赚钱，可是你没有卖的话，对我来说是不算赚钱哦，除非你卖了过后，那才是真正的赚钱。为什么呢？每一次我有跟大家分享这个名言，就是说会买是徒弟，会卖才是师傅。OK， 所以这个是比较真实的说法了所以有些人给我看他的户口是赚钱，可是他还没有卖的话，我不觉得他厉害了如果他卖了过后赚钱，这个才属于高手或者是厉害。Alright, so that's why price actions cover both buy strategy and selling strategy. So let me introduce you this 14 hours online training. Okay. Now this online training is still up to 70% subsidy, remaining 30% you can claim using your skill future. So now why is it online? Because you no need to travel down to the town area to attend the class. You can attend this class at your home, okay, in your room, in front of your computer, so that you can prepare your lunch, breakfast, tea break, at your home. It actually 是那边上这个课程。为什么它还是 online 呢？因为它可以省很多时间啊，对你省很多时间，因为你可以 prepare 你的早餐、中餐，或者是 tea break 晚餐在家里，所以你可以在家上这个课程你就会比较方便。And a lot of people think that price action is for short term only, but price action actually cover all the time frame, including long term, okay, mid term, and short term. 所以它因为 price action 其实 cover 中期、短期还有长期的策略。所以如果你是长期的，你也是可以用 price action， 短期的也是可以 price action， 中期的也是可以 price action。All right， 所以为什么price action 有好处呢？因为如果你在单方面，比如说这个 fundamental 那些基本面很厉害的话OK， then 如果你要买一个股票啦，这个公司你觉得很好 ，then 我个人认为的话，你应该 OK combine with 这个 price action， 所以当它的股价OK 有回调的时候 ，then 开始反弹 ，then 你就可以开始在这边进场 ，OK， 所以当你这样做的时候 ，OK， 你的盈利会比较高，因为你买在比较低的价位。OK， 如果你的朋友只是有单方面的经验，只会买好的公司或者是买好的股票，但是他不会看图表每次买比你高的话，OK， 当然他的盈利会比较少啦。OK， 如果你有两方面的知识 ，OK， 你会比他厉害，因为你会买比他更低的价位。所以你的盈利会比他来得多，了解吗？ So next thing, okay, a lot of retail investor focus on the buying strategy. 所以很多散户他太注重这个买入讯号 ，OK， 太注重买入讯号。其实买股票有分三种类似 ，OK， 有分三种类似 ，OK。另外一个就是